Alright, here we are with our 4 pounds of Labradorite. You can see how much nicer it looks wet. But check this out. Look at the sheen on this. The Labradorescence. Can you see that? I don't know if this lighting is really the best for it. Oh my goodness. Very, very pretty. Look at that. That is gorgeous. I'm going to be really happy I bought this. Ooh, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, let's get this boxed up, put it on the shelf until we have a barrel open. Some pieces have more than others. It'll be interesting to see how it is after it's been tumbled. Okay. Labradorite. Very nice. So I'm pretty happy with how everything came packaged from Gems by Mail. And, you know, they have it packaged and they've got poundage on here. So that's really good. Now you can see how dirty the bags get with having the rough rock in it. Oh, it's so much prettier now that it's... Whew. I know, I like everything wet. It's just really beautiful. Can't wait to see what the shine comes out on these. Isn't this beautiful? This is Labradorite. Look, the color that you're seeing, the flash, is called Labradorescence. Kind of see it right in here. So this rough is all wet. It shines up really pretty. So I can't wait to see how this is going to progress. Labradorite. Okay. It's going to be a bit of a challenge, but we're up for it. We'll see you next week. Here we are with our Labradorite. We have gone through all of our ceramic media and pulled out our chips, and we've put them in our little baggie for our Labradorite chips, so that can set aside for another project. And then here is our stones that have gone through 1 week of the 4670 Super Coarse Grit. And this gave it a really good jump start, so it won't have to spend quite as much time in 6090. That's my theory. So as you can see, still quite rough, but also a lot of the edges are smoothed out. So we're gonna rerun these for 1 week in 6090 grit. Oh, isn't that lovely? I was a little worried when I put these in last week with the 4670 that they'd whittle away to nothing, but it did exactly what I wanted it to do, so I'm pretty darn pleased. So, put a little flash on that one. The Labradorescence is what it's called. Ooh, isn't that pretty? A little rainbow. Very interested to see what these are going to look like next week. We did not lose a lot of mass, which I'm very, very pleased about. And again, I was pretty darn worried with this 4670 grit that I'd lose a lot of mass. But yeah, all of these are definitely, I mean, there's no pulling anything out for medium. These are all definitely going to need, you know, the 60-90 stage. Oh, look at that little purple. So there's a lot here. We're not going to waste a lot of video time on inspecting these because it's going into coarse. So there's no, you know, we're not going to split the batch. We're not going to anything like that. We're just looking for any huge detrimental problems that I'm seeing. Nothing. I'm seeing everything looks fairly normal. You know, just it needs some more shaping, and that's what the 60-70 is going to do. Okay, Labradorite. Some nice sized pieces. You know, a good variety of sizes. It's drying quite a bit here. Alright, we will get this barrel is going to go through a wash stage to get rid of all the 4670 grit that might be left over. And then after that wash stage, we're going to put it in 60-90 grit. Okay. We will be back with this next week. Isn't that pretty? Okay. See you soon. Labradorite, with all its lovely Labradorescence, has been in the 60-90 course for 1 week. Now it was in the 4670 course prior to that. But wow, look at this. That might need 1 more week. Feeling really smooth, but there are definitely rough spots. I see these fracture lines. I'm always wanting to break it in half. And as we've seen, some stones do, some stones don't. Oof. I just think that's magical. But there are an awful lot of rough spots. That one's ready for medium. Really close. Well, I do see that. That is super close. That's super rough. Oh, needs a lot more. Needs more shaping. Most of these are going to need more shaping. But they're very pretty, and they're drying quickly. Even dry, you can see the beautiful sheen that some of these have. That one's ready. See, that whole surface needs work. Ooh, look at that. Got this running in a 6-pound barrel. I think a lot of these are ready to come down to a smaller barrel, so I'm going to see, before I recharge any of the other barrels we've done today, see what can be combined. Or maybe we add a little bit more too. Some things may end up being put on hold for a week until something catches up with it. We've got 12 barrels. We've got one in medium, one in polish, and everything else, the other 10, are in coarse. I don't know. I think that one might be, well, I don't know. That's got nice. Look at that. Yeah, this is going back in. We've pulled out 2 pieces. Got a marker on my hand. Pulled out 2 that are definitely ready for medium. Well, 3, because this is a teeny tiny little chip that came off something earlier. Medium. Medium. Close. Close, but no cigar. you go. Oh, we do have a few pieces, these tiny ones that are all ready to go. Wow, look at that corner. Nope. Unfortunately, it looks like some of these smaller pieces of Labradorite don't have any flash to it. It's disheartening. That one does. Oh. Kind of looks like a little shoe. A little sneaker. Alright, what do we have for chips? Here's one. You can see that against the blue. Set that aside. Alright, the Labradorite is going to go back into Coarse for another week. But these are all going to medium. So wonderful. Alright, we are back with Labradorite. Isn't that exciting? Let's look for all this labradorescence shining through. Look at that. Just lovely. Alright, this is feeling nice other than this big fracture. It's a pretty big fracture. Let's see how it kind of keeps going. Alright, we have little tiny pieces, which evidently chipped off something else. So this is going to go in the chip bag. Labradorite chips. See how many more we can find in here as we go along. That is going to need more coarse. More on this side too. So anything that's going to need more coarse is going to go back in the barrel, and then we'll see how much gets to move forward to medium. Ooh. Oh my, isn't that stunning? That's beautiful. Wow, look at that. Very pretty. But I don't know if that can move forward. Oh, no, that still has a lot of work. I'm pretty sure this is probably going to pop out. But I'd rather it pop out in coarse than pop out in medium, because then it would damage all the other stones. This one is feeling fairly good. I think we can move this to medium. Okay, put mediums in the little colander. So we have a bag of stuff that's ready for medium. And we'll just wait for all these things in Coarse to catch up. Oh, wasn't for that, it'd be ready. Not a whole lot of flash on this one, but it is ready to go. A little bit there. It's definitely ready for medium. I would say that is not. See, our Labradorite has only been 2 full weeks in Coarse grit. So it's a fairly new one that we've been running. I mean, 2 weeks seems like no time at all compared to some of those that have been there for almost 3 months. Let's see. I think that could go. See, the tip of this is a little rough still, but medium might fix that. I'm not 100% sure. And again, if medium doesn't fix it, it can always go back a stage. It's almost like I want this to go through one more week of rough to just pop that labradorescence, excuse me. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Let's get it wet. Look at that. Very smooth. Definitely ready for medium. Look at that. It's just half that stone is absolutely gonna do that labradorescence and flash, and the other half is just like, nope, not gonna happen. So I don't know if I want to call this, I don't know what kind of stone that is, where only part of it will do it, but I think that's awesome. And here it's just the opposite. So this, we have flash on this side. Turn it over. Oh, it's the same side. And then when you turn that over, look at that. Isn't that cool? Switches sides. This has got to go 1 more week. I think the dogs are seeing rabbits again. This feels so perfect. I'm going to advance it to medium, but there's this little scratch mark, and I'm hoping medium will take that out. See that right there? Well, maybe it should go 1 more week in medium. Yeah, one more week in Coarse, rather. That's ready to move. Okay, I am going to finish this off camera. I am going to look for chips. I'm going to continue sorting this, but I want to go through the media and see if we can find any chips in the media and do all that. And since you've seen that so many times, we'll just do that off camera. So this is moving along really well. I would say most of this, it's a pretty good half and half about what's going into another week of Coarse and what's going to be set aside for medium. Well, that's really rough. The Labradorite has been running in 60/90 Coarse grit since October 4th, and today's the 26th, so it's been 3 full weeks. And this is ready for medium. Look at the flash on that. We've been pulling some out. That was ready. Oh my goodness. These are just beautiful. Look at the flash. Not so much on that side. Right there. Okay. Just a tiny bit on this one. That could use another week. Isn't Labradorite beautiful? So much to look at. I think another week on this one. We'll bring out more of the flash. Sometimes you just have to grind down a layer. Yeah, I need some more work. Fingernail sticks in there. Labradorite sure is pretty. Don't want to rush it. It's only been 3 weeks. Wow. It's really cool. Feels completely smooth. Well, except for that scratch right there. Kind of see it when it's dry here. Not seeing chips so far, so that's a good sign. Oh, wow. Whew. Pretty cool. Looks kind of gray and dull when it's dry, but wait till we get it polished. It'll get there. Yeah, it'll get there. Oh, that's a pretty big piece there. It needs to be worked on. Oh yeah, needs to be smoothed. That looks like a bruise, like it got nailed against something. We're gonna have to cushion it a little bit better. It's ready. It's funny how holding it different ways will reveal the flash or lack thereof. Very interesting. There's a whole lot on that one. Labradorite. Is it the Mystic Stone? Stone of Magicians? Ow. Can't feel it, but you can sure see it. We're pretty much about half and half on this batch. Half ready to move forward and half has to stay in coarse again. So we're going to keep it in coarse and hold the ones that are ready to move forward, and we'll hold them back. Split this batch. I bet if we let this go through one more round of coarse grit, it's going to take off just enough to show us more of this beautiful coloring. Luminescence. Labradorescence, excuse me. Labradorescence, because this is labradorite. Okay, that was a rather quick barrel. We're at half and half, so half we're going to put aside, and half we're going to run one more week in coarse. We went and washed these off with a toothbrush really well. They're much smoother. They don't have that sandy rough feeling, which was the grit. So now we're going to take a better look at these and see what's ready to move forward. Oh, it's the second time I've dropped that stone. Doesn't want to be in my hands. I do really like this stone, but if it goes through another rough, it's going to just deteriorate, so we're going to have to move that forward and hope that any of the minor smoothing will come out with the medium, and if it doesn't, we'll have to garden rock some of these. But I think 4 weeks in rough was enough. Yeah, a couple of these are going to have to go to garden rock for sure. Not as flaw free as I would like, because they're starting to really, wear down to the fracture lines. And I'm not seeing a whole lot of flash. I don't know. Well, we'll throw them all in medium. We'll see what happens. We're holding that one stone out that broke. I'll hold that one with it. This one looks like it could break. Nope. Alright. Labradorite is going to move to medium, 120, 220 grit. After 4 weeks in 60-90 rough silicone carbide grit. So it's going to go through a wash cycle. with the ones that we had from before, that we had set aside, that was ready for medium. And this will get held back for if we ever do another Labradorite rough. Yeah, this will get held back. Okay, moving on to our next one. Well, we're back with our first medium barrel of the week, and this is our Labradorite. As you can see, we're beginning to get a lot more labradorescence to shine through. This is all medium. It's feeling very smooth. What we want is it to feel as perfect as possible before we move it forward to our pre-polish stages. There's still a little tiny bit of rough spots due to the tourmaline in here. I think it's tourmaline. Not 100% sure. The other mineral that's in here. You seem to blame everything on tourmaline these days. Oh, just beautiful. Some of this is like a little scratching. It could be caused from chipping or ceramic media that's too sharp. So we're going to want to look at that. Oh, isn't that pretty? Let that just shine right through. There's little, that's a sliver of Labradorite right there. It's a sliver. Wow. Sharp little bugger. Let's put this in there. I've seen darker Labradorite with much more labradorescence. But I'm very pleased with this. Basically what we want to feel here now that we're in the medium stage, we're already happy with the shape, or it never would have left coarse. But now it's running in 120, 220, and that just smooths the surface further. So it's not going to shape anymore, but it will continue, you know, any fine little things that need to be taken care of, like little scratches on the surface. And while this looks like scratches, it's really fracture marks that are inside the stone. And they're really close to the surface, but you really cannot feel those. Yeah, I think that could use a little bit more work. Once we're finished running all of these Labradorites through all the various stages and we're finished with polish, anything that doesn't have a really nice labradorescence, we're going to make a garden stone because we don't want to sell that if it doesn't have the pretty, I mean, that's what we're paying for. This is labradorescence. These really need to be completely dry. See, I'm getting, can you see that? These are little shards. Whew. They kind of hurt. Little tiny pokies. Ow, ow, ow. We have to get some tweezers to get those out. Okay, I'm going to continue to go through this. We're going to continue to sort them and see what's ready to move on and what needs a little more work in medium. And if we'll see how much we have left of each when we come back. All right, I'm going to do this off camera so that we're not eating up a lot of time. And I got to get these splinters out of my finger. Okay, we'll be right back. Ooh. And we're back with our Labradorite. It's been running in 120, 220 medium grit for 2 weeks. And let's see what we have here. Oh, our beautiful piece that we were watching actually broke. Oh, that's disheartening. Trying to find its other piece. We got lots of chips in here this week. Oh, darn. No, we'll find it. So it broke off. It's no longer ready to move forward. Here's another chip. Broke off somewhere. This one's ready to move forward. Feels so much nicer in the 120. That one can go forward. Doesn't need any further smoothing. Oh, that still needs some work. Let's see what we have here. Looks like most of this Labradorite, at least the pieces that weren't broken, is able to go to 500 pre-polish. Aw, that little guy's just going to be a Zen chip. Zen garden. It's got a problem. It's got some problems. This one is good. I'm going to pull these out because I don't want the rest of the batch damaged. Because of the couple of pieces that cracked. Like, see, there's a lot of surface damage on this. I think another medium would go well. this has got a lot of rough beat up. And here's another piece that broke off. Here's another piece that broke off. Yeah. Really sad when pieces break. Alright, so we have a little bit that's ready to move forward to 500 pre-grit, or 500 pre-polish right here. These are going to be held in medium. These are going to be held in medium for another batch. Here's the chips that broke off this week. The ceramic media is looking okay mostly, and all those will move forward. Alright, we're going to grab something else. Be right back. And we're back with our Labradorite. It has been in 500 grit for 1 week. So it's, ooh, look at that. That's stunning. Wow. Getting some nice Labradorescence on this stone. Okay. So we did find a couple of little chips, which are disconcerting. And this has got a pretty deep fracture line all of a sudden, so we'll pull it out. And what we want to do is move this to 1000, but it's still feeling a little too, I want to say the word beat up. So I don't think these are going to be the smoothest of smooth. Wow, that really needs... See, here's a couple of the chips right here. And these little tiny buggers have done a lot of damage into the barrel. They've caused some scratching. Here's some pitting. There's some degradation of the stone happening. Oh, that got beat to hevel. We're going to pull that one out. Okay. This is the Labradorite. We're like not having a really good week so far. Some of these stones are require a lot more care than I've been giving them. Been pretty much ignoring everything for letting it go for a full week. I haven't been checking on it in between. This is broken. This is broken. And because of that, we're getting more damage than if I had been babysitting it. Wow. Some of these are going to have to go back to medium. There's not going to be anything left of these. Ooh, gosh, that's really beat up bad. Oh, these poor babies. They were doing so well. So we're going to take them back to medium, because I don't think there's really anything left in 500 worth. No, there might be one or two. Yeah, we might run a repair barrel for a Labradorite. It's really getting beat up though. There's like nothing left. I think we're going to have the same issues we had with the Amazonite. Yeah. These are just really beat up. Wow, that one's really cool. But it's getting really super beat up. Oh, I think this whole batch has to go back to medium. That's so disheartening. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's just, I mean, there's no way that should have been moved forward, so I think we had some problems in this barrel. Well, see, everything does not go perfectly. Wow. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go back to medium. Anything that can stay in 500, there's absolutely nothing ready to go to 1,000. So anything that can stay in 500, I'll set aside. And then I'm going to rerun this barrel, and I'm going to run it in medium. We're going to take it back a stage. Oh, poor Labradorite. Will there be anything left of you when we're finished? Tune in next week and we'll find out. Labradorite. Look at all that labradorescence shining at us. Isn't this stunning? That is so beautiful. So all of our Labradorite caught up, and it's all in the same barrel now. It's all at the same stage of grit, which is the 120, 220. We actually took this back. It was at a higher stage, and we needed to repair it because it had been beat up pretty bad in polish. So we brought it all the way back to medium to do a repair, and I think it was really, really worth it. It feels really delightful. There's a little bit of fracturing, but we can't help that. It's the nature of the stone. It's feeling really, really good now. And I feel fairly confident after taking a really good look at this that it will be ready to move back to 500. We're gonna need several wash cycles. That's still really rough there. Let me set this one aside so it doesn't contaminate the other stones. And this is why we inspect each stone. Ooh. Very pretty. So we will continue on inspecting these. Put them through a wash cycle, inspect them again because they can get damaged in the wash. And they still look good. We'll put them back in, or we'll put them into 500 pre-polish, which is aluminum oxide. It will leave the silicone carbide stages. Very pretty. These are really small. These are pretty small sizes now. Whew. But they've got some lovely, lovely flash. I think they have more flash now than they had before. And I think what happened is the grit ground down another layer and got us to some more. Oof. It's just really, really pretty. Okay, lovely Labradorite. Definitely gonna go through a wash cycle. There's a couple that are really, really super small, and we're gonna pebble those up. Put those in the Zen garden. Very nice. Yep, much happier now that it's been through that repair. And that's what we gotta do when it doesn't turn out the way we want it. We bring it back a stage. That one's gonna be a problem child too. Okay. Labradorite has been in 500 fine aluminum oxide polish, pre-polish, for a week. And it's doing beautifully. Feels ridiculously soft, which, you know, we like very much. That is some bruising. But I'm going to go through off camera and inspect these. I just want to give you a little peek. See how they look after 1 week. There's a couple pieces I'm not all that thrilled with. Yeah, that got bruised because we had an awful lot of cushion. I mean, you know, this is an awful lot of cushion. So I really wasn't expecting any problems. There was no chipping, which was delightful. You know, no chips in the barrel. Seem to have lost some of their sheen. And that happened last time also, so I'm hoping when it goes through its next phase, it'll grind down to it again, that labradorescence. They're really tiny. I mean, they've gotten small. Here's a few nice sized pieces, but there's also a lot of these little ones. Ooh, lots of flash. And that's thin, and it's really tiny. I mean, super tiny. So let's just put it in the Zen garden. Oh, that's amazing. Ooh. Again, that's really tiny. It's got a lot of flash. Sun garden, that one. I think these are ready to go to 1,000. They feel so smooth. I almost don't want to even put them in 1,000. That's just really janky. If I put it in 1,000, I'm afraid they're going to get beat up even more. And then they have to go through polish after that. I don't know how much these can stand. I think these have been beat up enough. I think they're sick of being tumbled. You know, a lot of the labradorescence has gone away. That alone, that reason alone, is why I might put them in another week. Yeah, that's got some issues. There's a little bit. Oh, these poor babies. They've gotten so tiny. They really have gotten tiny. They're going in the Zen garden. I mean, really. super tiny pebbles. All that Labradorite came out to be pebbles. Yeah. Okay. This is ready for a wash cycle. And it's either going to go to 1000 or it's going to go to polish. I think it might go to 1000. Okay. Super fast on the Labradorite today. Okay, next barrel. Labradorite. Like our last two barrels, it has also been 1 week in 1000 pre-polish. And it's beautiful. Again, we lost so much mass throughout the process. But it's really, really pretty. So, getting our flash on. Our Labradorescence. I've got a broken piece here, so we'll have to go through and find the other piece of that because we don't want to mess up. I've already had to take this back once, and I don't want to take it back a second time because right now it's amazing. So we have to be super careful, go through all the media. This is probably, whoops, I just dropped it back in here. Probably one of the pieces that are causing some issues. So even at this late stage, you can have breakage, which will set your whole barrel back. It looks like we got lucky. I'm not seeing a whole lot of scratching or damage that way or any undercutting. But we're going to have to go through this whole barrel super carefully. Make sure there's no other pieces that are broken. Oh, look at the flash on that. These have gotten so tiny. So tiny. Right is the focus. Gorgeous. Very small pieces. I can still feel the pre-polish on here. I'm gonna have to go through all this ceramic media. I mean, you can see it was super well cushioned, but still, there's a little. I don't know if you can see that chip on the edge. You see that chip? There it is. You see it now. Oh goodness, that's 2 pieces. I'm going to let this Labradorite dry completely. Well, Not completely, but you know, dry enough, and I'll take a second look at it, because when it's wet you might miss something. And we want to make sure that we catch everything at this stage before it goes to polish. So it will definitely, let's see, here's that broken piece. Probably came off this one. Yeah. Can't get it to stick together now. There it goes. That's what broke off. So, we have to make sure we find any other little tiny anything. Get rid of any damaged media. And then we will give it a couple of washes, usually 4. And then run it in polish. And hopefully we'll get the result we want. And I'm thinking this might do the dry polish method also. I don't know, I'm going to do a little bit more research if this was the one. Ooh, I think that's going to break. And it did. So, yeah. That is things we need to look for. I'd rather break in my hand than break in the barrel and ruin the rest of these. It's just there's so many fracture lines, internal fracture lines in Labradorite. This piece is all scratched up. I don't know if you can feel that. Well, you can, obviously you can't feel that, but I mean, can you see that? Let's see here. Move the lighting a little. Anyway, that's going to have to go back and be repaired. Because that had some scratches. Just have a little bit of breakage on my thumb. Okay, we've got a few more pieces in the barrel. See, like that little tiny piece there? Yeah, and there's a rough edge on that one also. We're going to go through all the ceramic media off camera, and we're going to get the rest of the pieces out of here. And we're going to make sure that it's perfect before it goes into the wash cycle. All right, we'll be right back. We're back with our Labradorite dry polish. Let's dig out a piece, see how we're doing. Oh, that's a tiny piece. Let's try. I mean, it is dry, but let's remove some of that polish residue. Oop. That is a really cool polish. I think we have success. It's a really good polish. Whew. Of course, it needs to be washed. Get all this dryness off. All the residue. Isn't that pretty? Oops, sorry about that. Can't have a video without flipping the camera. Okay. Wow. This has really got a nice shine. This dry corncob polish has been in here for 8 days. Oh, just really nice. Now, we did an experiment. It's been in there 2 weeks, actually. This was after 1 week. This was after 2 weeks. This was after 1 week, and this was after 2 weeks. Are we seeing a whole big difference? I don't know. I think the 1 week would have been enough. I think they're about the same level. Okay. So much for our control. We now know 1 week is enough for dry corncob polish. Okay, excellent. We are going to dig the rest of these out. Put them in another barrel for a little burnish. Wow. Really pretty. It's Labradorite. Let's see if we can... I'm looking for a really big piece. I don't think that we have a really big piece. Here we go. It's got a nice shine. Feels really nice. Till we get to that, that's damage. That is damage that happened in the dry polish. Phooey. Alright, let's just set these aside. So we want to make sure, see how much damage has happened. See if we can shake one to the surface. Yep. Well, it looks like a lot of the damage was repaired. And we've got a nice shine. And then a couple other pieces acquired new damage. Yeah, jury's out. Jury's out on this Labradorite batch. I'm gonna have to clean them and do a good inspection. And see where we're at. I'm not seeing a whole lot of Labradorescence. I think we lost a lot of it. Because we had so much repair. I think we just hit the in-between layers. I do believe the corncob is the way to go for these softer stones. I don't want to use this as my absolute sample. But all that horrible crazing is gone because we had taken it back to try and repair it. And I am happy with this polish level. Alright, we're going to get the rest of these out of the barrel, give them a good wash cycle, burnish cycle I mean, and then we can get some photographs of it, and then we're going to call this batch finished. And we're back with our polished stones. So here we have our Labradorite, all polished and looking lovely, and it's all dry. So you see this is all great shine. Very, very, very pleased with these. I hope everybody had a happy new year. I hope everybody's staying safe and COVID-free. And we'll be back tomorrow with our new barrels. We have a lot of barrels that opened up this week, so we're going to see what we can start. Fantastic. Alrighty. Bye-bye, everybody. See you next time.